Last section I had discussed about the data types that we find in SQL, right? Yes, in today's discussion I have a concepts with how to write SQL statements or how to use the SQL commands in DBMS. Okay, so let us just observe how we can create a table in Oracle or in SQL, okay, and how we can access the information that we store or how to insert the information into the table. Well, students, SQL create table statement. Before I discuss with the syntax or the commands how to use or how to create a table in SQL, let us first define what is a table. Okay, so you all are knowing a table. It is the common definition. What I find with students is it is a data with rows and columns, right? Yes, table is actually a database object. I can tell. Okay, in MS Access we have studied like that, right? Yes, a table is a database object which is going to store or hold the user data. What is that user data? Like the information what we try to store in the respective rows and column. So in the rows we will be adding the data information, whereas in the columns we will be filling the values with respect to those attributes, right? Yes. So how to create table in SQL? So you had a menu option to create a table in MS Access, right? So, but if you are using SQL, MySQL software to work with which one, the DBMS commands, or to store the data, to retrieve the information from the table, what you're creating, how to create a table. Okay, so the MySQL is a software what we are using to work in which one with Oracle. So let us understand what are the different commands we come across to create a table in today's session. Okay, so the create table statement is used to create a new table in a database. So for example, the very um, commonly used relation name or table name we shall consider. The very common instance is what the student I always refer, or else employee, right? So if you want to create a table for a student, if you want to create a table for an employee, how to go with the syntax? Okay, how to create that new table to hold the students or employee information in the database? So the syntax goes like this: create table followed by table name. So whatever you're observing in uppercase, okay, this is a keyword. Okay, so here in this line, in this statement, two terms are what in uppercase. So these two are what the keywords. So following to that table name you're finding. Table name is what? It is any user chosen name. You can choose any table name. Okay, so table underscore name. Any table, whatever you're creating the table name, it could be simply as a student, or if it is a uh, St. Mary's College student database you are creating. So you can refer like this: create table student underscore SMC. Underscore can also be taken for the table name. Okay, there should be no space in between whenever you're adding a new name for a table. Okay, so you can use with special character, underscore can be used. Okay, so following to that, you're finding a parenthesis, open parenthesis. Okay, in the new line, so what are the attributes you want to add for that table? That we need to mention, and that attributes we find in a column, right? Column wise we will be finding the attribute names. So column 1 followed by data type, column 2 followed by data type, column 3 followed by data type. Like that, any number of attributes can be added with any number of columns. Okay, so just observe here data type. In the earlier class we had studied the different types of data types in DBMS, right? Which are those? Character or simply char, varchar or varchar2, boolean, numeric. Yes, so many such data types which we have discussed, it will be implemented here while you are creating a table. So here in this syntax we have given the name, what table name we have, we want to create, that name we have chosen. Following to that, for that table, which are the attributes we should include, that is that has to be mentioned in place of which one? Column 1. Column 1 we have to give the, for example, if it is a student table I am creating, I should mention student STDNO, that is student number, or roll number, ROLLNO, followed by data type. It could be what, alphanumeric or numeric kind of, which one data type for that. Okay, so you can just refer like this: roll number space numeric or varchar 2, like that. Okay, so data type comma column 2 data type. So column 2, if it is a name, student name, you want to give the attribute as, so column 2 will be name followed by varchar 2. Then column 3, if it is an address, yes, address followed by varchar 2. Okay, so like this you will be choosing the data type or attaching the data type along with the attribute name. Okay, so like that any number of attributes can be what added or included when you're creating a table. Okay, so observe that here after mentioning all the, which one, the attributes information, then at the end of the attribute you are not using some comma, but you are closing it with a parenthesis and you are ending it with a semicolon. So this is a syntax what you should remember for a table when you are creating a table. So it is a statement used to create a new table in the database. Okay, so the column parameter specifies the names of the column of the table. So column name of the column of the table means what, whatever the relation table we are creating, their attributes are found in place of columns, column headings, right? So those are column 1, 2 and 3, like that. The data type parameter specifies the type of data the column can hold. So whichever the attribute or column we have added here while creating a table, so that attribute is supporting, or it is of which kind of data type has to be given, mentioned, and you are finding the examples given below. It could be any of these. Okay, fine. Now let us uh, find the same old what create table syntax with some example. Okay, so the create table command creates a new table in the database, and this following SQL creates a table called persons. So what is a example that is being taken here? We are creating a table called as person. Person is an entity name. Okay, table name, relation name. Okay, persons that contains 5 columns. So this table or this relation or this entity consists how many attributes? It attributes are referred as what? Columns in a table. So they are person ID, last name, first name, address and city. So 5 attributes or 5 columns is being are being what listed, and just find it below how it is created with the help of a syntax. Create table, as I told you, these first two terms are what? Keywords. It should be written like that. Following to that, what is the name you have chosen, user has chosen, that has to be added or included. So create table persons. Following to that, how many attributes we added? 5, right? Person ID, it is of which type? Integer data type. Then last name, it is of which type? Varchar. So observe here, here we are attaching the size of that name could hold. Actually, any person's name will, oh, it won't be so much with such a lengthy size. Are you all understanding? It could be very less. You can restrict yourself to how much? 20 or 25. Okay, or else 15 also it is just sufficient. So as it is an example, it is shown like this. So they have taken it as a maximum length. So integer, right? We all know that the maximum capacity or the length it can hold here is how much? 2 bytes, right? Standard, yes. So that will be considered here. First name varchar. So here also the maximum size is chosen, that is with 255 characters. You can reduce, you can mention less than this. Then address. So address, it could be some 100 or 150, anything like that. Or if it is still less, you can reduce that number. Here also for safer end they have taken 255, so that in case if the information exceeds, it should not create a error when while creating a table. So to avoid that, they have taken the maximum size here. But what I suggest is try to have a what um, idea, like what is the maximum character, what could be the maximum characters required. So always try to mention that number instead of simply randomly, using the maximum length. Okay. Then city varchar 255. So to mention a city name, we don't require that much size, right? So we can restrict ourselves to some minimum length like 15 or 20 or 25 also it could be okay. Okay. So this is a sample. This is an example with the very previous syntax what we discussed. Okay. So create table followed by table name and then open parenthesis, column 1 data type, column 2 data type, column 3 data type. Observe the commas what is mentioned. See, you can simply write in a single row also, but here for with different row they have shown. Why? Because when we users are creating, we should be having a correct picture like how many attributes we are adding. So if it is what line by line if we are putting, we will be understanding how much we added, how which is left or left one, like that. Okay. And it has to be separated by a comma, right? So it is easier to follow up these syntax, any errors if occurs. Okay. So that is the thing. So remember this, like this we can go for some other table also. Create table student, open parenthesis, then student ID or SID, then last name, first name, or else simply if you want LN, FN, so that is also a short form for the attribute names. So you can just vary the sizes, the maximum length of these particular attributes. Okay, fine. Now after we discussed with creating a table, okay, so how to insert the information to that? Now, after using that create table persons, the table is created, but it doesn't hold any data in it. We have to insert the information like the person information, or else if it was a student we had created, we should insert the student information. Are you all understanding? So, how to insert the data in SQL? So, this is what with the SQL insert into statement. This insert command or this statement insert into together. Insert into is a keyword. Okay. So this is a one which we make use to add the data. Okay. So the insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. Okay. So insert into, remember this is a keyword. In the create table is a keyword. Okay. So just observe the insert into syntax, how it goes. Okay, it is possible to write the insert into statement in two ways. There are two methods how we can insert the data. Okay, the very easiest way is also shown, and little bit lengthier, or the alternative is also shown. So just observe here one way of using the insert into command or statement. What is it? Specify both the column names and the values to be inserted. So when we are inserting the data, it is what together we shall add what information to which attribute, what value we are adding, to which column we are adding the value, like that. Okay. So that is what they mean by specify both the column names and the value. So every time we are specifying for which column what is the data or value we are adding. Okay, so just check out the syntax here. This is one way or one type of syntax. Insert into, it is a keyword. Insert into followed by the table name. We should specify for which table we are inserting the data. For example, just now we have created persons. So insert into persons, that will be the table name. Insert into persons, open parenthesis. What was the attribute we found? Person ID, last name, first name, address and city, right? Yes, like that. So here what we are doing, what we should write is insert into persons, open parenthesis, person ID, comma, last name, comma, first name, comma, address, comma, city. Okay, so five attributes were there, or five columns we had specified. So five columns information we added. Now close the column information with the parenthesis. Following to that, for these columns, what are the values you are adding? So values is the keyword. So the syntax is continued here. insert into table name, within parentheses you are specifying all the 5 attributes information. Following to that, what is the keyword? Values. So for those 5 attributes, what are the 5 values? We should insert the 5 values in the same order. So value 1, what you are finding within the parentheses, it is a value for which one? Column 1. Similarly, use parenthesis, comma, then value 2 we have mentioned, so it is a value related to column 2. So similarly, add value 3 which is in connection to column 3, comma value 4 which is of column 4 value. Then comma value 5, it will be for column 5, fifth attribute. Are you all understanding? So this is one way of using the insert into statement, insert into values. Okay. If you are adding values for all the columns of the table, you do not need to specify the column names in the SQL query. So the second way, what they are telling is, in the first case, what we observed, I told for a person table, 5 attributes were there. For the first time we are inserting data. For all the 5 attributes, we had to insert the values. So we have mentioned all the column names: person ID, last name, first name, address, and city. Okay, so there may be cases sometimes if you don't want to insert information in the which one, address. If you want to insert only person ID, last name, first name, then city if you want to insert. So among 5 attributes, only 4 you are inserting the data. So in such cases, if you want to specify for only which columns you are adding the data, then this will be like that. Okay, so if you are adding values for all the columns of the table, you need not specify the column names in the SQL query. So as if you if as 5 attributes were there, and if we are inserting for all the 5, no need to mention all the column names here. Okay, by default what happens, like insert into table name, if you skip this information in the parenthesis, and if you just check values, value 1, value 2, value 3, what happens for all the 5 attributes, 5 values will be what mapped, and it will be storing. Okay, so what they are telling is, when you are having the values for all the columns, then you can avoid this. Suppose if you are filling only few column data, only for few attributes you are adding the information, then this is necessary. This first kind of syntax is necessary. Okay. So however, make sure the order of the values in the same order as the columns in the table. So they say we should follow the same order how we have given in the which one, while creating a table. So in our table, just refer here, we have created person ID first. So we should specify the value for person ID first, then last name, then we should give the last name, then the first name, then the address, then the city. The same order we should follow. Okay. So as the columns in the table, here the insert into syntax would be as follows. See here, this kind of syntax is when, as I told you, if you are inserting the values for all the columns, then what we have avoided here, insert into table name. Following to that, we have missed which one, column 1, column 2, column 3, as with the above syntax. In the above syntax we found like this, right? So whereas here we are avoiding, because we are having the values for all the 5 columns. Okay, so this is another way of using the insert into syntax. So whichever the syntax, what is common here, insert into is a keyword. Following to that, we should specify the table name. Then in case if you are inserting the values for all the attributes, all the columns, then directly we are using which keyword, insert into table name followed by values, open parenthesis, then uh, separating with the commas, you specify all the 5 values. Okay, suppose if you are inserting only values for few of the columns, in such cases you can go for which one, the first category of syntax, where you can specify for which column you are adding the value. So column information you can give, and then with the same order, it is enough if you mention the value information. Okay, so here the syntax goes like, insert into table name, within parenthesis all the column information for which you are adding the data, close the parenthesis, then you are using which one, values keyword. See, it is a plural one. Okay, values, then following to that, what are that, what is that, all the five values, or for which column the values that has to be added, you are mentioning with value 1, 2 and 3. Okay, then just follow this example. The following SQL statement inserts a new record in the customer table. So here we have assumed that we have created which table? Customer table. What is our table name? Customers. Okay, so just check out here what are the attributes we are finding in the customers table. Customer name, okay, contact name, then address name, address, city, postal code, country. Like this, how many? 6 attributes are there. Okay, so customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, country. So total 6 attributes or columns are there, and we are inserting all the 6 values here. So here insert into keyword, table name is what? Customers. So here they have mentioned which one? The column names. Open parenthesis, this is the first column name. Column 1 customer name, comma column 2 contact name, comma column 3 address, comma column 4 city, comma column 5 postal code, comma column 6 country. Then closing the parenthesis, we are using keyword which one? Values keyword, then open parenthesis. Now just check out here, customer name, it is a character. Yes or no? Character, either it could be a character data type or varchar. It should be what, that when you are writing the value for a character or varchar, it should be what, embedded within a single quotes. Okay, then comma, contact name. So customer name is Cardinal and contact name is what, Tom B. Erickson. So it is also a character or varchar. So it should be what, embedded or enclosed within single quotes. Then following to that, address. So address is alphanumeric. So this is also we are finding for this one also the single quotes. So Hexagon 21, this is what the address information you are finding. Then city, of course it is a character information. So again the scavenger, it is also you're mentioning that with which one, single quotes. Then postal code is a what, numeric one. So numeric your what, postal code, if it is numeric or which one, the varchar. See, normally for, if it is a character, if it is a character only, then we will be taking what, single quotes. So here, as 4006 is being embedded with single quote, it is also being defined with which data type, alphanumeric, maybe varchar 2. Okay, so that is why it is shown in single quotes. Otherwise, if it is a number and if you are putting single quotes, sometimes it doesn't accept it and it may show you the error. Okay, so as they are putting the single codes for 4006, maybe the customer postal code they have declared it as varchar. Okay, then country Norway. So Norway means what, it is also the character information, data type is character, so it is also embedded with a single code. Okay, so this is an example for which type of syntax, first type of syntax, where we are also mentioning both column name as well as the values for the columns for which we are inserting. Is that clear? Then insert data only in specified columns. So the second data, here, yeah, just check out the requirement here. Suppose if you want to insert only for a particular column, it is also possible to only insert data in a specific column. The following SQL command statement will insert a new record, but only insert data in which one, the customer name, city and country columns. Okay, so just check out here. Customer ID will be updated automatically. So this is a table, customer is a table which is already being created here in this example, customers. So when while inserting the data, they are inserting only to few columns, few attributes. Just check out here, insert into customers, they are inserting only the customer name, then city and country. So If it is only for three columns, then close the parenthesis, then go with the keyword values, then what is the customer name? Cardinal. Then city name is what? Stavanger. And what is the third one? Country? Norway. Okay. So this is how we can use the first category of syntax in case if you want to fill the values only for a particular column. Okay. So where we are making use of the column name followed by putting which one? The key values. Okay. Okay, now the discussion is with the select statement. We have observed the create, the insert, and now we are discussing about a select statement. It is one of the SQL statement, and the purpose of using this select statement is what? Extract data from a database. The main intention is to what? To fetch the data, to retrieve the information from the database. So most of the actions you need to perform on a database are done with the SQL statements. So most of the actions, which are those actions if you want to create, which one? View the information. If you want to what? Update, modify some of the information. Okay, normally when we want to view the data from the database, we will be having certain requirements. For example, if you want to view a particular person record, okay, if you don't want to read the complete database but you are having a particular requirements, like some particular employees details, some department details. Okay, so there we will be making use, most of our access to the database will be through which statement? Select statement. Okay, so that is why they are telling most of the actions you need to perform on a database are done with which type of statements? SQL statements. Okay, the following SQL statement selects all the records in the customer table. So here is one example, like how to select all the records which are stored in a customer table. Just now we observed how we are inserting the values to a table, right? Yes, after inserting the data, it will be storing in the which one? Database. So how to view the information when we are having certain requirement, when we are having some necessary to get the data what we have stored. So we want to retrieve that information, right? So how to retrieve that? With the help of which statement? Select statement. Okay, so the following select statement selects all the records in the customer table. Suppose if you are not particular to view a particular customer, you want to view all the customer details. How to view all the customer details or all the table details, data, what is being stored? It is how we are using the command like this: select asterisk symbol from customers. So can you guess what is the syntax here? Select asterisk symbol from. So these three are keywords, and what is that last information? That is a table name. From which table you want to view all the data? So select star from customers. Select all the data from which table? Customers. That is a meaning. Okay, so customers are having how many which one attributes here? Columns. Just check out your customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, country. Yes, so just check out your students. In our discussion here, insert into customers. When we were inserting the data, we didn't find customer ID, but we directly started from which one? Customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, and country. So customer ID is not it is not found. So just check out here. Here they have told it is possible to insert data in specific columns, only for specific columns, and here customer ID will be updated automatically. When we didn't mention customer ID, the ID information will be what? Automated one. Okay, so which can what? Take it uh, itself. For example, in MS Access we have used auto, right? The data type. So for whichever the roll number, whichever we select like that, it is automatically numbering when the which one datas are inserted to those rows. Okay, so like that. So just check out here. In our example, we are having five customers details. Five ID is generated, right? Yes, customer name, Alfred's, Anna, Antonio, around Berglunds. So these are some customer name. And what is a contact name? So for Alfred, it is Maria. Anna, it is Anna. It's only. Then for Antonio, it is Antonio. Around the horn, it is Thomas. Then Berglund Snapcop, it is Christina. Like this, some contact names you are finding. Addresses you are finding like this. Then city, Berlin, Mexico, Mexico. So two customers are from Mexico. London, Lulia. Okay, so then postal code you are finding like this. See, postal code I told it is here also S hyphen you are finding and WAIIDP you are finding. So as postal code is declared or the data type is varchar2, they have mentioned it as what? I mean, while inserting the postal code information, just check out here students. For postal code also we have embedded that in single quotes, right? Yes, that is a reason. Okay, then with the country, what are the values you are finding? Germany, Mexico, two values for this country you're finding UK, Sweden like this. Okay, so how much ever the values you are inserting, if you want to insert, you are using this insert into customers. Okay, you are using the same syntax to insert any number of records, like if it is 5, 10. So if you are inserting 5 records, 5 times you are using this particular insert into customer syntax. Okay, so after inserting all the 5 values, if you want to view the details or the information stored in that customer database, then you are making use of which command? Select star from customer. So this is going to display all the data that is stored in which one? The table customers. Remember that. So this is one particular command where you are normally using if we want to view the complete details stored in a table. Is that clear? Then select column example. Suppose now we found customer ID, customer name, contact name, then address, postal code, then which one? Country information. Suppose if you want to view the information of a particular column, if I want to view only the country information or if I want to view only the customer name information, are you all understanding? So we can observe only a particular column in one kind of mechanism. Just observe here. The following SQL statement selects the customer name and city columns from the customer table. So this is an example. In case if I want to view only the customer name and that customer is belonging to which city, only these two columns information if I want to view. That is we are using which one? Select. So which column I would like to prefer to view? Customer name comma which other column? City. Only two. So only two columns I want, so I mentioned only two columns. From is a keyword. Okay, so which table name it is? We are mentioning customers, so the meaning here is I'm trying to view the complete information from the customers, all the data in the customers with respect to their customer name and only city. So all the 5 records will be displayed, but how many column information will be displayed? Only 2, customer name and city. Is that clear? So select star example asterisk. So this is used when if it is going to select all the columns. So by default, if you mention asterisk symbol, when you are viewing the table information, all the column information, all the attributes are considered. So SQL statement select all the columns from the customer table. Example, select star from customers. So the output will be like this. Select star from customers. If you don't want to view all the column, you can restrict which column you want to view. So it is done like this. Select customer name comma city. Only these two attributes from which table customer. So when you execute this particular statement, only the customer column, customer name column, that is this one. All the 5 customer names along with which one? The what else we told? city, right? Customer name and city information. So all the five customer name and only with the column city, all the city names. Here Mexico is repeated two times, right? Yes, it is also shown. Berlin, Mexico, Mexico, London, Lulia. Only these two columns, customer name and city, will be displayed. Okay. So this is how we are making use of select particular operator. So remember these example with the syntax. Well students, in today's session I have discussed create table statement, insert into statement and select statement. So creating a table, after creating a table how to insert the information, and after inserting how to view the information with the help of select statement. Okay, so remember this, and we shall take up more which one usage of the select statement in our next discussion. Thank you.